Hi folks, what's up? This is Neil, and today is Tuesday, June the 18th. And for my last video, things have been pretty much okay. My last video was taped on Saturday morning, actually Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, around 3 a.m. I think. And my Sunday was okay. I was supposed to go out to dinner with a friend, but she happened to have a busy day, so we had to reschedule. And unfortunately, I will be in New York. Well, fortunately, I'll be in New York for a week, visiting my family and friends. So this will probably be. I'm trying to see if I can make another video before I leave. But anyway, if I don't, this will probably be the last video until I return from New York City. So today I had a taping, a TV show. A guy who was, along with myself and others who participated in the bachelor auction back in May, and I've told you guys about this in a few videos. Host a real estate TV show. Well, it's not exactly a real estate TV show, but he talks about other subject matter as well. And taping was about our experience at the bachelor's auction, and it went pretty much okay. It went pretty okay, but once again, I sense a little bit of the gang stalking, of course, and the whole scenario of always wanting to place me in the middle of something, in the middle, in the middle, in the middle. That is the I guess that is their agenda, but or wanted me to remain neutral while they torture me and abuse me, and don't expect me to speak out. Well, neutrality is just as accepting as just accepting the evil or wickedness in a sense. I can't remain neutral when I'm being tortured. I can't remain neutral when my life is being threatened. I can't remain neutral while my property is being damaged. I can't remain neutral, when they're spreading rumors and lies and, just vicious rumors and lies. So, they have the gall to send me subliminal messages about me being neutral. Well, they must be out of their minds with that one. So anyway, after the show taped, at the ending of the show, the guy offered me and the others some chocolate, and of course I didn't want to be rude, and I didn't plan on eating anything because I know that this is how they basically get you to basically eat something that has been either tampered with or whatever the case may be. But anyway, after I ate the chocolate, I came home and felt once again the pressure build up here. I felt my body swelling in a sense, or bloating in a sense, and went to the gym. I've been eating very clean, working out, doing cardio, doing my ab routines, and and I see progress. But whenever I see progress, they do something, and like this, where they tamper a food or in my water, and then my body feels bloated, and then I don't see, and my stomach gets, it's kind of sickening in a sense, that these people are trying to tell me that if I don't, go along with what they're doing, then, they're gonna wreck my physical health, that kind of stuff. So, but whatever. I've been going through this for so long that it's become almost the norm, and I don't want it to be the norm. I don't expect it to be the norm, but it has become the norm, and I hope it has become the norm for them to know that, whatever they do, they will never convince me, of this nonsense. You can't try to tell me that I'm schizophrenic when the doctors that you sent me to don't even agree with that. That they believe my story. They believe that I am being experimented on. Being experimented on, being part of a behavior modification, mind control torture program. This is what it is. So let's face it. Those doctors. Once the magic words come out, Neil, I believe your story. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you anything. Those were their exact words. So, and then they were transferred out of the place where, I go to speak to someone, once in a while if this thing ever gets, too heavy or whatnot. So, that goes to show you that there are people out there that care. There are people out there that really and truly care about people, that they are willing to look you in the face and say, I believe your story. You have given me ample evidence of this, and I believe you. And on the flip side of it, they're telling me that, I just can't tell you what's going on, but there is something going on. So, whatever. For all the idiots out there who post and comment about, this dude is nuts or he's schizophrenic, okay, we'll see. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is these neuro electromagnetic frequency weapons. And before I go into that, I just want to recommend this book to you guys. It's called The Constitution for Beginners, and it's by David W. New, who is a constitutional lawyer. He's an attorney. And this book really simplifies the Constitution. He puts it in words and terms that is very easily to understand. And when you read this and you understand this, it makes you mad as heck that these people are violating your sovereignty, violating your constitutional, your civil, your human rights. No matter what excuse they try to give you. We are at war. We have to test these weapons. Can you understand? All this kind of stuff. No. You don't test these weapons on unsuspecting civilians. You don't use these weapons on the civilian population. Whether it's directly through the military or indirectly through some second or third party partner, you just don't do this to the American citizen. It is against the Constitution. It is against the Nuremberg Code. It is against human rights. So I want you guys to understand what is at stake here. Okay, so now here's something I want to read to you guys. And actually, let me show you a photo. And I was trying to record my screen earlier, but it just wouldn't record. But this, if you can see this, let me see if I can, there you go. Okay, so this is called a phase laser weapon, PHASR, a personal halting and stimulation response weapon. And this weapon was developed by, of course, the military. And here's another photo of the weapon. Another photo of the weapon. This time we have a military soldier. You can't see too too clearly, but this is a military soldier holding up the weapon. I don't know if you can see his helmet. Let me see if I can zoom it in, or yeah, I should kind of move it back to see maybe. Okay, so this is a Neuro electromagnetic frequency weapon. And I'm going to read this stuff to you guys, okay? So hold on a second. So one of the tools used by the military in behavior modification and mind control is the remotely operated electromagnetic frequency weapons. These weapons use microwave, ELF, extremely low frequency, and acoustic frequency to covertly manipulate the minds of persons under attack. The use of frequency weapons upon humans towards behavioral control and murder is not new. For well over 50 years, neuroelectromagnetic frequency weapons have been perfected by their covert use in warfare. These classified non-lethal or silent weapons have also been perfected by experimenting on unsuspecting individuals since their early development. Directing a beam of frequencies to a human brain can cause a series of serious side effects. ELF wave causes nausea, headaches, accelerated heart rate without cause, to name but a few. In 1974, the first unclassified successful transmission of the human voice directly into the skull of a living person was performed by Dr. Joseph C. Sharp of the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research by transforming a hypnotist's voice using ELFs. This technique was later developed by the Smirnov scramble method and used in the Gulf War. It is possible to hypnotize a target without the target being aware and leaving zero trace of evidence. So I remember back when the Gulf War started, the Iraqi soldiers were basically scared out of their wits. They said that they had felt like burning sensations all over their bodies, to the point where some of them actually passed out. And they also said that they had moments of blackouts, in a sense. So once again, when these weapons are used on you, and they're used in a manner where it hypnotizes you, it leaves no evidence. It leaves you defenseless. Your consciousness is basically locked away in some dark corner of your subconscious. And people can do anything to you. They can beat you, rape you, shoot you, stab you, whatever the case may be. And you can pass away without even knowing it. So, these are the things that I find very, very scary, very disturbing, very vile, very cruel, very inhumane. But these weapons exist. And, I've showed you guys pictures, and you can probably look on YouTube for all this stuff, or Google it, or whatever, Bing it, or, whatever. You guys can look this stuff up, because this is scary stuff. This is really, really scary stuff. And a lot of people are being used as lab rats, okay? So, as we continue, by emitting frequencies that oscillate in a certain frequency range, a victim can be manipulated. There are 6 types of brain waves. Delta is the frequency range up to 4 Hz and is associated with sleep. Theta is the frequency range from 4 Hz to 8 Hz and is associated with drowsiness, childhood, adolescence, and young adult. Alpha, Burger waves, is the frequency range from 8 Hz to 12 Hz. Sensory motor rhythm, SMR, is a middle frequency about 12 to 16 Hz associated with physical stillness and body presence. A target will have trouble moving whenever this frequency is applied. Now, I've experienced that. I was out last summer with a friend, and all of a sudden, as I was walking up the stairs, I felt this shock, and I basically froze. And I had on some flip-flops, and as my feet came down on the steps, which was made out of bricks, and the edges were sharp, it cut my big toe. It cut the skin like right off of my big toe. It felt like all the potassium kind of like left my body, and I was like cramping in a sense. So, and I've never experienced that, but that is exactly what happened to me. Okay, and beta is the frequency range above 12 Hz. Low amplitude beta, which multiplies the varying frequencies, is often associated with active, busy, or anxious thinking and active concentration. Gamma is a frequency range approximately 26 to 80 Hz. Gamma rhythms appear to be involved in higher mental activity, including perception, problem solving, fear, and consciousness. A frequency weapon's shape depends on how frequencies a frequency weapon's shape depends on how frequencies have to be directed to the target. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office holds a vast amount of patterns for machines which can be used in direct or subliminal mind control system. One of these is a hearing system, U.S. Patent number 4877027 by Wayne Bruncan, October 31st, 1989, a method for directly inducing sound into the head of a person using microwaves in the range of 100 MHz to 10,000 MHz, modulated with a waveform of frequency modulated burst. Another is the method and system for altering consciousness, U.S. Patent number 5123899 of James Gall, June 23, 1992, a system for altering the state of human consciousness involving the use of simultaneous applications of multiple stimuli, preferably sound, having different frequencies, having different frequencies. Yet another is the superimposing method, an apparatus useful for subliminal messages, U.S. Patent number 5134484, Joseph Wilson, July 28, 1992. The method for changing a person's behavior, subliminal messages generator, U.S. Patent 5270800 of Robert Sweet, December 14, 1993. A combined subliminal and superliminal message generator for use with a television receiver, permits complete control of subliminal messages and their presentations. Also applicable to cable television and computers, audio subliminal message system and method, U.S. Patent 4395600, Renee Lundy and David Tyler, July 26, 1983. An amplitude controlled subliminal message may be mixed with background music and psychoacoustic projector, U.S. patent number 3568347, Andrew Flounder, February 23, 1971, a system for producing oral psychological disturbance and partial deafness in the enemy during combat situations. Enough about the frequency weapons. The key to projecting commands in the mind of other people rests in understanding what is being communicated. In the 1950s, the MK Ultra and the UK and US decided to set up the world's largest espionage network to ensure all communications between Russians and spies or allies was monitored. This system was continually been updated since its inception. The system name is Epsilon and consists of a vast network of listening posts, extremely advanced computers, and an enormous amount of people, dishes, and taps. Epsilon captures every communication via internet, GSM, UMTS, landlines, TV, and radio broadcasts, satellite communication, private, military, and diplomatic, and listening to every word while the computer do. The computer work is to list of keywords, and when a message contains one or more keywords, the message is directed to a specialist who examines its contents. If the message is suspicious, further action is taken. The black government's silent weapon technology has been developed to monitor the locations and manipulate the minds of the general populace. Epsilon centers are located around the world, including Menwood Hills, North Yorkshire, England, Harp, Remote Mind Control Computer Center, Alaska, Pine Gaps near Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. Active denial weapons to displace crowd. The NSA is also constructing a network of towers up to 500 feet high. Each tower is a distance of 200 miles apart and stretching from the east to the west of the U.S. The network is called GWEN, G-W-E-N, which stands for Ground Wave Emergency Network, and transmit low frequency combined with ultra high frequency, and it is used in case the communication system in the U.S. are rendered useless because of a nuclear attack. Coincidentally, the frequency of GWEN coincides with the frequency being used by frequency weapons. If you start thinking about what can happen to a 500 feet high tower when exposed to a nuclear weapon, you kind of start thinking, if building high structures is the right strategy for nuclear scenarios, also mobile telephone systems like GSM and UMTS also operate in the same frequency areas as some frequency weapons. This means that these systems like GWEN can potentially be used as a weapon by altering the modulation and the frequency and the direction of the signal. This is some scary stuff. I want to say scary, you know what I'm saying, right? But I'm not going to swear on this tape. So, people say these weapons don't exist. These weapons do exist. Whether you choose to believe it or not, these weapons exist. We have people coming forward saying these weapons exist. They're sneaking out photos of some of these weapons. They're explaining how these weapons work. These weapons exist, and they're being used to torture innocent people. So, just learn all you can about this, so that, you're not left, or, you can't say, well, hey, I did not get the memo. There are plenty of information out here. One of my favorite Bob Marley quotes says, "In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty." In the abundance of all this knowledge, there's no reason for anybody to be ignorant about this stuff. Really and truly, you have to really work hard at being ignorant to not even hear about some of this stuff. So, but that's all I wanted to say. And also, along with the COINTELPRO thing, the spread of the rumors and all that kind of stuff, they're trying to villainize you and all this kind of stuff. I mean, whatever. They try to villainize me, I villainize them. So it's a cat and mouse game. You do you. You try to, discredit me, I discredit you kind of thing. And it's a back and forth thing with these people. But I'm not going to sit still. I'm not going to keep quiet. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on with me. I don't care whether, some a-hole out there call me nuts or, a paranoid schizophrenic. Because like I said, all the doctors I've been to have never called me that. Matter of fact, they have not even given me a diagnosis as to what's going on. But they know something is going on. They've told me that they know something is going on. They believe my story. I showed them the videos, talked about my experience, and these are expert people, okay? So I don't care what you say. This is being done. This is torture, and I am clearly being, effed with in a sense. So anyway, for my last video, I'm gonna take my shirt off and show you guys my stomach. So like I said, I've been eating very clean, a lot of veggies, salads, plenty of water. Recently started taking my protein again, and let me actually show you a video. A picture of earlier today. And you can clearly see a difference because the carb that I do when I get enough protein, I should be looking way more defined. But with these people, it's all about trying to take away whatever it is that you're trying to do. So if I wanted to enter a 40 and over bodybuilding contest, they'll try to ruin that goal. So, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to keep eating right. I'm going to keep doing what I do. And like I said, hopefully these folks will be caught, and this stuff will come to an end. So okay, so here is a photo I took of me earlier, and you guys can see, let me see if I can hold that so that you, right, so you guys can see definition. I'm not even flexing in this, like seriously, this is just, and now, like I said, and at night, I didn't eat much tonight, so, I look at, and I'm, same thing, look at my stomach now. See that? Look at that here and here. As opposed to this here. So once again, clearly something is going on, and that's all I can say. But anyway, I will keep on working out. I will keep on updating you guys on what is going on with me. I haven't been able to squat for a few weeks, actually almost a month now since that incident at the nightclub, because my lower extremities is in extreme pain. It feels like my thighs, it has like a like a really like a burning sensation. It feels like the flesh is kind of like eroding in a sense because my hip area feels very very weak, and I'm just afraid to squat, and I don't want to damage myself, hurt myself, because this is what these people are doing. Sending me subliminal message about paralyzing me and all this kind of stuff. So, um, these people are these are some sick individuals, really sick individuals. But for all you guys out there, just be active. No matter what, be active. Be active. Share your story. Don't ever hold your head down. Walk with your chest up, head high, big smile on your face because it really kills them when you smile. So you guys have a great night, and like I said, hopefully I will be able to make a video before I leave for New York City. And you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.